Welcome to John Boy's Radio and Electronics Workbench. Today we have a Cobra 89 XLR from 1977. I was just going to do a brief one on this, but putting it on the bench and getting it ready for sale, I realized that it needed capacitors. So this unit is going to get a full recap, and I usually start by marking all the capacitors on the top with a Sharpie. Get in here with your Sharpie and mark all of the capacitors that you're going to change. And there looks to be about, I don't know, about 20 of them, 30 of them, something like that, 25, plus the power supply caps. It's all going to get done this morning. So, without further ado, I'm going to get to that. And I'm not going to bore you with all of that nonsense, but I will be back in a minute for you and probably a couple of hours for me. Okay, I'm back. The unit has been completely recapped and is in much better shape now. All of the weirdnesses of the modulation and the received noise have dropped very nicely into spec. So I'm just going to show you a little brief history of this radio. I pulled up some stuff on the internet. There it is from the Radio Museum. Very good. It's made by B&K, Dynascan, Cobra Electronics, Chicago, Illinois, and these are all the people that had to do with this manufacturing. Manufacturing around 1977. I think that's pretty close. This has to be 76, 77, right? Some of the first 40 channel AM radios that were base stations when they first changed from 23 to 40 channels in 1977. And down here it has a little bit of a spiel here if you want to look at it. I'm going to show you what it does on the scope and give you a little brief outline of it. It's a pretty nice base station. That's not a very good picture, not compared to this one. This one is beautiful. It is just in pristine condition for its age. I had to recap it because that just makes it like brand new again. And we have your dynamite control here, volume control, squelch, RF gain, SWR cal, delta tune, tone. The unit is just in pristine condition. I see one adjustment I still have to tweak, and I should probably get to that before I button it up. And moving over this, I'm not going to make this a long video. I'll show you some of the other nonsense. Ah, boy. Okay. There's the top. I don't know if you can see all the brand new caps in there. But there is completely been recapped, as I said before. Here's all the war-torn capacitors that are long since died or on their way to death. The only thing I could find when I retested all the caps is there was probably 5 of them in there in the audio train that were out of spec. The rest of them were not too bad. I don't think this thing had a whole lot of use to it, but I figure if I'm going to do all of those, I might as well do them all, right? So all of them got done. Let's take a look at the modulation. Turn the mic gain up. got really nice modulation. Nice and clean. That was all bent over on the top and on the bottom before. I should have showed you before I capped it so you could see the difference. But there's definitely a big difference in this unit. Very, very good. So I'm going to move over to the Spectrum Analyzer and show you the horror there. It's not the best. Okay, there you have the spectral response of this radio. Let's go to the peak hold. Peak table. 54 megahertz is 60 dB down, pretty par for the course. It's got a couple of interesting artifacts here that are about I don't know, they look about I got something going on here. Okay, a couple of artifacts here and here. Not sure what they are. They're pretty low though. They're like, I would say they are 80 dB down, 70 dB down. So that's good. So that's the spectral response. Okay, now I'm going to put the covers back on, put it on the air. Let's just see what it sounds like on the air. I didn't have to do any repairs. I replaced the bulbs and went through the complete alignment of it. So here's a quick look at the bottom of the unit. I'm pretty impressed with the XLR series in general. All of the Cobra series that had XLR behind them had really, really high quality boards. And you can see all the solder is really high quality. It's still really shiny, not oxidized. This radio's truly stood the test of time. Yeah, might as well show you some of the more boring stuff that we do here. The cover's back on. Getting her all ready for putting on the air. And I still have one adjustment to do. I'm going to have to figure that one out here in a second. The S meter's a little bit off. Go ahead and do that. It's reading about an S unit high. See if I can figure out what the book says about it. It should be something in here I can find. Let's see here. What do we have? There's the Sam's photo facts. Okay. Looking for receive adjustments. So the S meter is VR1. That's what we want to look at right there. Okay. Let's see if we can find VR. There you are. VR1 right in here. Check that out. Put that right on S9. Okay, there she is, all set up. There's VR1. See, it goes way up, way down. Set it right on S9. Get my big head out of the way so you can see it. That's just one of the adjustments we go through when we do these. I like to make sure the modulation meter is set reasonable. Yeah, it looks good. That looks good. And that concludes the alignment. I'm going to put the cover back on. Then we're going to put her on the air. So I thought I'd show off my desoldering tool. I don't know if you've seen anyone like this before. But this is a Weller. These were very popular in the mid-80s. I've been keeping this one in shape for quite a while. It's hooked to a base unit. You can see it in the over here. This guy right here has a meter on it, shows me inches of vacuum, and it's got a compressor that's connected to it that blows pressure by a venturi and creates a vacuum. And this one needs to be cleaned. I just did a recap on this, so I gotta pull this apart. It's pretty easy. You just take this out here, glass goes right out. You lay it down somewhere, get it out of the way, and you clean this out and you start over again. I'm going to do that now, then I'm going to put the radio on the air. A bit of a sidetrack here, might as well give you guys bored to tears. This kind of stuff. This is how I clean my little 409. And we clean up the glass as good as we can. You always want to keep this thing really clean. There's another filter on it that you have to keep clean as well. I try to keep that one as well. That's pretty much all there is to that. Grab me a piece of another new piece of cotton. Some cotton here. Take off a piece about like that. Just fold it a little bit. Push her down in there like so. And it just gets put right back into its place. Remembering not to over tighten it. Take the cleaning tool, do that. I think I'm going to pull this off too, but not right now. A little bit more solder came out. Usually collects quite a bit down in there. Keep that thing clean. That's I got to do that every time I recap a unit, or it will not suck any solder anymore. Ain't that great? Yep, that's the way it goes. Okay, radio is on the air on channel 6. A lot of people all at once out there. Tone control is operational. Delta tune is good. RF gain is functional. The bridge worked okay. Everything looks really good on this one. This one is in just such nice condition. Probably won't see another one. I think I've only seen maybe 5 or 6 of these in the years I've done it. But then I don't have a real high volume. So let's spin the dial here.
You sound loud and proud. Downtown Princeton, New Jersey. Check out Lover's Lane, Princeton, New Jersey, Roger.
Yep, a lot of DX going on today. It's right around noon, so I started this thing about 9 o'clock.
I hear you out there, 605, not daggone good friend around Beverly Hills, California. I hear you.
He sounds pretty good.
And good day to you. Hey, 1025, we're saying this one here is what you like the best. Well, we'll catch you later, man.
Yep, I would say this radio came out really nice. Very happy with it. And then our local channel. Pretty quiet out there right now. So, there you have it. I know I didn't show you a lot of the nitty-gritty of recapping a radio, but I didn't think you'd want to watch me change capacitors for 2 hours. So, and that, there we go. Kind of concludes the video. And thank you for watching. And God bless. Keep the faith. And we shall see you in the next one. Bye now.